Saw a lot of John Metchie, saw a lot of A.D. Mitchell. The good for A.D. Mitchell, he got open. Like, that happened a lot. I mean, you saw
Really
the
well.
speed,
Yeah.
you saw the release, the speed, the athleticism. Was doing it a couple times, too, against Christian Gonzalez, who's a very good corner in the NFL. The problem was the 3 drops. And I looked it up because, admittedly, I don't know. I didn't watch that many Colts football last year to know, what did A.D. Mitchell do? He was targeted 51 times last season, dropped 4 passes. That's a 14.8% drop rate. It would have been the 12th highest in the NFL of players who played at least 20% of their team's snaps. Mitchell didn't play enough to qualify for that number, but again, if you put that 14.8% there. Positive, again, big, physical, fast, stretched the defense, got open. Are you really concerned about the hands based off of those drops last year as well, or was this just a guy who's kind of been thrown into the lineup trying to make plays and maybe thinking more than just playing?
Yeah, I'd say I lean more towards encouraged than discouraged, just because I thought his athleticism was pretty clear out there. Like, I mean, plus 2, by the way. Like, that's a number 1 corner, and he was getting open against him, and so that's notable to me. Again, we still don't know a lot about this coaching staff and their ability to develop these guys because they have a quarterback who can't get them the ball, which has really complicated things. But if this staff can work with him on his focus and his hands, like, I think you have something there. But yeah, I mean, there's a reason why the Colts weren't playing him. There's a reason why they were willing to get rid of him like they did. At the end of the day, like, he's a flawed player, and that's going to be something he has to overcome. I was quite encouraged by John Metchie. He looked pretty good yesterday.
Yeah.
Mitchell, like, yeah, it's like tantalizing potential, and he's the kind of guy that if it doesn't work out with the Jets, he'll get a shot somewhere else because, like, there's just tantalizing tools there, and
Yeah.
I could see why they wanted him also.
I would be so. Well, I mean, Kenne's such an unbelievable kick returner, but that's another situation where I'd like to just see him with the ball in his hands. Like, just get the ball in his hands, because I feel like some good things can happen when he's there. Certainly a player worth developing, and Aaron Glenn said that after the game. This wasn't like a guy that was dropped in all these drops and they're benching him and saying, we screwed up, whatever. He was just an add-on with the Sauce Gardner trade. No, I mean, it seems like somebody the Jets going to want to stick with because, again, you see the ability there. Guys getting open is noteworthy, and at times he was really open. Like, I mean, the rub route where he got open and Fields should have been a really gorgeous completion. Yeah. Fields kind of threw back shoulder and he couldn't bring it in. That was a great play design. But the other ones, he got himself open, specifically the go ball on the left. I mean, that was just a really good route, a little double move on Gonzalez. Tough to drop that one. Again, the hand got in the face, whatever, but it's still good. And you mentioned Metchie, 3 catches, 45 yards, the touchdown when the guy, I forget the guy's name, the corner, 31, fell down for the Patriots. So that was a rough one there. A guy who had a quiet night, Breece Hall, 14 rushes, 58 yards, 2 catches for 6. Zach, I'm not going to be there on Thursday. If you are, I want this question asked. I don't understand why they don't split Hall out wide. I don't know why we're not doing it.
Oh, we've asked Tanner Engstrand. I've asked Tanner Engstrand that specific question, why he doesn't get used more in the passing game.
And what'd he say?
But the answer is always, Glenn kind of alludes to it, Engstrand even more. They're like, well, we've had to use him as a blocker a lot. I'm like, what are we talking about, man? Like, if Fields,
but that's
Fields
not but that's my thing. That's not the question. That's the passing game. So he's thinking about routes out of the backfield.
I know, but I'm saying but I'm saying they're not fleshing him out on those because they're using so many reps to have him blocking, and so then they have the other passing plays they're designing. Like, I tweeted this earlier. Like, the last 5 games, we're in Nate Hackett territory now with this usage. Week 6, 0 targets. Week 7, 3 targets. Week 8, 3 targets. Week 10, 1 target. Week 11, 2 targets. Like, 3 or under for the last 5 games in a row for a bad passing offense and a team that needs – where Breece Hall is the offense now. Like, there's no excuse for him to just not be more involved. Like, have plays designed for him. Like, I don't get it. Like, whether you're doing it out wide, whether you're doing screens, whether you're dumping it off, I just don't get how he's not getting the ball more in the passing game. And he's very clearly their best offensive player. That's not controversially.
Yeah.
Lean on him. Give him the ball a million times. Like, he wants it. Like, I just don't.
Too.
Maybe
make sense to me. We saw it in camp.
We don't know the play calls. We don't know if Justin Fields just isn't seeing him. If he's not giving it to him, he's supposed to. I don't know. But I just don't get it. Like, either they're not calling enough plays for him, Justin Fields isn't running the right plays or throwing the right balls, or a combo of the two, and it's inexcusable. Like, I refer to the Nate Hackett thing all the time because he said after that 23 season, he was like, I didn't realize that Breece Hall was a good pass catcher until like halfway through the season. Like he admitted that out loud, and that's like we're past the halfway point of the season. Like
Yeah.
and they've talked since the offseason about how we're going to get him involved in the passing game. Aaron Glenn, again, to his credit today at his press conference, was like, yeah, we need to be better. But he used the line about using him as a blocker a lot, but he used the line about, yeah, we need to get him the ball more in the passing game. It needs to be a more concerted effort. If you believe he can get fleshed out wide, then do it. Like you don't have the wide receivers that are like scaring anybody right now. So
Yeah.
get Breece the ball. It's maddening.
And we saw it though. That's the thing is it's not like we're asking or demanding that Jets do something that they've never done before. And it's like, oh, why don't you do this? Because then again, if we had never seen Breece split out wide, it's like, well, maybe he just can't go out wide. Maybe that's not something that's in his repertoire. But we saw it in camp. There were plenty of times when Braylon Allen was the single eye, like Braylon Allen was in the backfield or in the shotgun formation, and they had Breece Hall as like the slot receiver in training camp, and it worked. He runs good routes, he has good hands, he's too physical for safeties, and he's too fast for linebackers. So he's a matchup nightmare out there. I just don't. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm sure they have their reasoning. Like Tanner doesn't strike me as an offensive coordinator, and we've had certainly plenty of them that we've covered, where there's this ignorance of like, oh, I didn't even think about that. Like you said with Hackett, there were plenty of times where it's like the reason why the Jets aren't doing it, I genuinely think Hackett just doesn't think about that stuff. I don't. I don't think Tanner strikes me as an intelligent person, and that was one of the things that was told me.
His opening script was awesome, by the way. His opening script was
100%.
phenomenal.
Yeah, because they ran with Fields. Because they ran.
Yeah, but I'm saying still like the Patriots knew they were going to run the ball and they still were able to do it. Like that, there's something to be said about that. So.
Yeah, we'll see what I'm not overly optimistic that anything's going to change at week 12 in the season right now, but it just doesn't make sense to me. I feel like it's every week it's like, why aren't they using him more? But I feel like we've been having this conversation now for the last 3 years. It's crazy, and this is now two staffs that just don't do it for whatever reason.